Archangel Michael says, the veil between what you know and what's truly unfolding has thinned. You are not imagining the unease rising through your spine. Something hidden is making its way to your door. The ticking you hear is not just time, it's a countdown. A message wrapped in celestial fire is on the move. Your name is etched into its seal. A shadow passed your window last night, and you didn't notice. It paused. It listened. A courier has been dispatched from realms unseen. His footsteps leave no echo, yet they shake the earth. He holds something you once begged heaven for, forgotten, denied, now returned. This is not a coincidence. This is divine interruption. The kind that leaves burn marks on silence. Archangel Michael says, you have been chosen to receive the truth before it explodes in your face. The warning comes before the collapse. But most ignore it until the walls bleed. The danger began long before today. It started with a betrayal sown into your family's bloodline. Someone close has been smiling with venom behind their teeth. You felt the cold shift in their words last week. A handshake too long. A gaze that lingered like a blade. They know the courier is coming. They hoped you'd never open your door. They've prayed for your blindness, not your protection. Your house holds secrets it was never built to contain. Behind the bookshelf, under the floorboard, things buried cry out. They whisper your name in rust and dust. The secret is older than your fear. It knows what you're running from. It's wrapped in a scent, burnt jasmine and rain-drenched soil. You've seen flickers, faces in mirrors, dreams that felt like confessions. That wasn't your imagination. That was your memory trying to warn you. Archangel Michael says, the angelic alarms have been ringing all night. You just didn't know how to hear them. The ringing in your ears is not illness, it's an invocation. Someone opened a spiritual gate without permission. You've been marked by its consequence. That mark is why Michael himself intervened. There is a box, wrapped in blue velvet, hidden in a place you've forgotten. A place your childhood self feared. A place where something unspoken was locked. The courier knows where it is. His arrival will feel like a wind snapping shut every door in your house. You'll know it's him when the lights flicker for no reason. Do not speak when he arrives. Do not ask. Just receive. There is a warning inside. Written in ink that only pain can reveal. It's about someone you've always trusted. The betrayal wasn't recent, it was inherited. Passed down through glances, silences, and forbidden pages. It's been following you since birth. Your bloodline made a pact. One that traded innocence for protection. But now that shield is rusted and cracking. Tonight, one name will be exposed. A name that's been poisoning your peace, yet hiding behind love. The moment you hear it, the spell will shatter. Archangel Michael says, your silence has been your prison. But it's also been your shield. Speaking truth now will collapse the lie they built their world on. They will retaliate when they know you've seen. Expect the calls to stop. Expect the air to change. The angel is not coming to comfort you. He is coming to arm you. There is spiritual war at your doorstep. You've seen the signs: clock stopping, dogs barking at nothing, sudden illness that disappears at dawn. These are not random. These are warnings. They want to make you doubt yourself. They want you quiet, uncertain, small. But today, heaven overrides their whispers. There is a photo hidden in your closet. One you've seen 100 times. But now, look again, notice the eyes. One person in that frame is not who they claimed to be. They were planted in your life. They were part of the exchange. When you were a child, you nearly died in your sleep. You thought it was illness. It wasn't. That night, Archangel Michael stood between you and something ancient. He left a symbol on your soul, one the courier now returns to awaken. This is the hour you were never supposed to survive, and yet, you are still standing. That alone makes you dangerous. The enemy knows today is May 9th. They know this was prophesied. The courier's arrival was etched in angelic scrolls long before you could walk. The message he brings will feel familiar. Like a melody you once knew, hummed by a voice long dead. It's your true inheritance, hidden beneath years of orchestrated lies. Do not let tears blind you when the truth burns. Do not reach out to those who betrayed you. Let justice finish its thunderous march. When the wind howls tonight, let it in. That's no ordinary wind. That's the final breath of what held you captive. A locked door in your home will suddenly creak open. Inside, the air will feel colder. Step in. The light inside will flicker with violet flames. That's your confirmation. You're not imagining this, heaven is intervening. The courier may not speak. But he will hand you something. It will pulse with heat, even if your hands are cold. Inside it, you'll find names, dates, and a single instruction. One that could destroy or redeem everything. You are being asked to choose, safety in illusion or war for the truth. Choose quickly. Time is not crawling anymore, it's galloping. Do not try to make sense of everything at once. Let the pieces fall where they must. Your role is to see and to act. There's a reason you've always felt watched. A reason every relationship felt like camouflage. The watcher was not always malicious, but they were always there. Now, they've been exposed. The disguise can't hold under divine fire. What's coming is purification. You'll feel like you're losing everything. That's the old life collapsing. Let it. The courier brings one last item, a black feather soaked in silver light. That is your seal. Your destiny reactivated. It means war. But also resurrection. Nothing that tried to destroy you will remain untouched. You'll be tempted to run. That's how you'll know you're stepping onto holy ground. The path forward will look like ruin, walk anyway. When you awaken tomorrow, the silence will feel different. Less heavy. More sacred. The curse has snapped. The pact is over. The watcher is cast out. You were never meant to live in the shadow of someone else's choices. Today ends that lineage of silence. Today begins your rebirth. The fire might come. The whispers might grow louder. But so will your armor. You are being cloaked in light too fierce for mortal eyes. That is why they fear you now. That is why the courier was sent. The angel sword hovers behind you. The air vibrates with unseen wings. You have been claimed by heaven's justice. The one who hurt you will stumble. Their web will tear. Their protection will vanish. But your name is rising like smoke from sacred flame. Nothing can silence what has been awakened in you. From this moment on, nothing remains hidden. Your steps will be guided by divine precision. Your enemies will fall into the pits they dug for you. This is not just a warning. It is a liberation. It is the final unlocking. Receive what the courier brings. Do not fear the shaking. This is how heaven breaks chains. Tonight, when the moon stares back too long, do not look away. The sky is delivering something for you and you alone. At the edge of all this chaos, a blessing waits. A blessing forged in secrecy, wrapped in fire, kissed by justice. It is yours now. Take it. Rise with it. Let the world feel the shift. Because the truth has arrived. The messenger is real. And the storm has only just begun. Archangel Michael says, this is not a normal day. The hour has cracked open and something ancient has escaped. It is headed straight for your doorstep. You felt it this morning in your bones. A pressure that pressed behind your eyes and stole your breath. That wasn't anxiety, it was a spiritual signal. A secret courier is moving through shadows. He does not knock. He arrives with silence and lightning behind his eyes. The ground has already begun to shift. You just haven't seen the cracks yet. But they are under your feet, splintering slowly. Your house is being watched, not by men, but by forces with wings charred by war. They hover in the corners of your sight. You pretend not to notice, but they are counting your steps. This message is time-sensitive. It was nearly intercepted last night. But heaven tore open the sky to push it through. Archangel Michael says, you were never meant to receive this the easy way. That's why your dreams have been screaming. That's why mirrors have grown colder. The courier carries a sealed object. It is marked with your soul's original name, the one only angels know. When you touch it, something buried will awaken. There is a betrayal hiding behind someone's smile. They offered love but laced it with surveillance. Every hug was a net, every compliment a chain. You felt like something was off. You were right. They've been feeding information to forces that want your silence. You were born into a legacy of blood-stained contracts. Promises signed in your absence. Now they've come to collect. The delivery is a warning disguised as a gift. It is beautiful. But it burns. Inside is a truth so sharp, it will slice through every illusion you've held dear. Your entire narrative will collapse. But in its rubble lies your freedom. There are photos in your attic that no one told you about. Burnt edges. Smiling faces that don't belong. One of those faces still walks among you. Their hands are clean, but their soul reeks of pact breaking. They've been hiding their real name. This courier has crossed 7 realms to reach you. Their eyes have seen the beginning and the end. Their footsteps erase memory as they move. Tonight, your house will hum like a struck bell. That's when you must listen. Not with your ears, but with your soul's ache. A door in your home will open on its own. You will smell iron and rosewater. That is your invitation. There will be a letter inside, folded once, stained in the corner. It will feel warm. That warmth is divine urgency. Do not delay. Each moment you hesitate, part of your destiny frays. The enemies of light are trying to make you doubt. They have been using someone close to track your spiritual movements. This person pretends to love you. But their silence has been sold. Archangel Michael says, your spirit has been crying out for truth. That cry summoned the courier. This is your reckoning. The message reveals what was stolen from you before you were old enough to speak. Your path was altered. Your gifts were locked in a cage of shadows. Now, those locks are breaking. Every pulse in your body is a key turning. You are seconds from full awakening. You will feel dizzy when the truth is near. Not from fear, but from remembering. Your soul already knows. There was a ceremony done against your will. Candles. Names whispered. Threads tied around a child's photograph. You were marked to forget who you are. But the mark is dissolving. And someone very close is panicking. They tried to hide it in kindness. In concern. But betrayal doesn't always snarl, sometimes it whispers lullabies. When the courier places the object in your hand, a cold wind will blow through your spine. That's the energy of justice igniting. Do not let go. There is a document tucked behind the seal. It reveals names. Dates. Deeds that were never supposed to surface. You'll see handwriting that makes your stomach turn. You've seen it before, on notes, in cards, on birthday tags, but you never knew what it really meant. The one who betrayed you didn't act alone. There is a circle of them. Smiling in public, cursing you in private. The blessing you were meant to receive at birth was rerouted. Another took it. They've worn your spiritual inheritance like a costume. But they're unraveling now. That's why everything feels strange today. The balance is returning. You'll feel an urge to cry when the courier leaves. Let the tears come. They're the final remnants of a lie dissolving. Once the object is opened, the room will change. Light will bend. Shadows will speak. A whisper will escape from the center. It is your true name. The sound will fracture everything false around you. Someone will try to stop you from opening it. They will text. They will knock. Ignore it all. If you hesitate, the courier will vanish. The object will seal again. And you will have to wait another cycle to receive it. This moment has been waiting for you for lifetimes. It is laced into your DNA. Even your ancestors are watching. The secret is not just about you. It is about a chain of stolen power. A map hidden in grief. Tonight, you will dream of water, fire, and keys. That's how you'll know the activation is real. Your sleep will shake open. The person who once saved you was actually the gatekeeper of your prison. Their concern was camouflage. They feared your awakening. But now you're breaking through. The courier's arrival is proof. They cannot stop what heaven has scheduled. When you look at the item, you may see visions. Don't resist. Let them play. You'll see faces crying. Doors slamming. A voice screaming your name with both rage and awe. That's the truth clawing out of confinement. Let it rise. Do not blink. There will be a symbol burned into the final page. A sigil of divine reversal. It carries the authority of Michael's sword. What was stolen will be restored. What was cursed will be redeemed. What was hidden will now be seen. You will not be the same. You were never meant to be ordinary. Your real life begins now. The one who watches you will flee. They cannot stand in the light of what you are becoming. They will run before sunrise. Your voice will carry new weight. Doors that once ignored you will swing open. The world will feel unfamiliar, because it is. You're no longer who they remember. You've stepped into original power. Heaven smiles, but earth trembles. Let them tremble. You were forged in divine fire. Every scar is a signature of survival. Do not shrink. You've already lived through what was meant to destroy you. Now you rise into what was promised. The air will carry your name like thunder. Spirits will kneel. Lies will crumble under your footsteps. You were the hidden weapon. The forgotten prophecy. The locked door with a roaring sun behind it. Now, the lock is broken. The courier has come. The message is yours. Inside it is a map, a memory, and a miracle. Handle it with truth. Protect it with silence. This is your turning. Your unmasking. Your divine reintroduction. Let the ashes fall. Let the liars scatter. Let the angels sing your name from the edge of war. Because this is the moment heaven rewrote everything in your favor. And no power, no secret, no enemy can undo what has now been revealed. Archangel Michael says, the clock has already struck its final warning. You have been chosen to receive something forbidden. What arrives today will shift every corner of your existence. The sky split quietly last night. No thunder. Just a long, silver tear across the heavens. The secret courier has crossed thresholds that should not be crossed. Their feet leave no trace, but the earth shudders beneath each step. Their breath carries the smell of forgotten prophecies. You were marked long ago by a hand no one saw. A signature in the dust beneath your crib. That mark has begun to glow again. The courier carries a relic sealed in veiled light. Wrapped in black velvet, soaked in divine oil. It pulses when held. Inside it is a memory. Not yours, but connected to your blood. Someone buried it in silence to control you. You've lived under shadows not your own. Wounds inherited, pain absorbed. But now the light is cracking through. There's a name you've stopped saying. A face you've erased from photos. That person is behind the betrayal. They smiled through it all. They spoke blessings while tying your fate into knots. Their betrayal was velvet-lined. You remember the coldness in their hands. The way their eyes flickered during storms. They were never just human. This isn't a mistake. It's a reckoning. Divine eyes are now watching the ones who conspired against your destiny. The courier was sent through fire and war to reach you. They were blocked by false prophets. But Archangel Michael cleared the path. He is standing at the edge of your threshold. Sword drawn. Wings lit like the edge of a burning page. Tonight, the lights in your home will flicker. Don't panic. That's not an outage, it's spiritual interference. The object they bring will hum when near your skin. It recognizes you. It remembers what you forgot. You were silenced for a reason. They feared what would happen if you remembered. They were right to fear. Under your floorboards is something hidden. You've walked over it for years. But its presence is rising. The courier knows where it lies. They will show you after sundown. But only if your heart remains open. The betrayal runs deep. It began before you had language. Before you could speak, you were already bound. You were traded for comfort. Given away by someone who claimed to love you. All in exchange for false peace. Your memories have holes in them. Not by accident. They were carved out with precision. Archangel Michael says, the lies are unraveling now. The ones who shaped your suffering can no longer cover it. Justice rides on wings of judgment. You will hear a whisper before the courier arrives. A voice you haven't heard since childhood. That's the final call. Someone nearby knows what's coming. They feel it. They are desperate to keep the package from your hands. They will distract you with crisis. Sudden needs. Manufactured emergencies. Do not fall for it. Keep your focus sharp. The truth is closer than it has ever been. When the courier arrives, the air will taste metallic. You will feel lightheaded. That's the atmosphere bending. They will not speak. Their eyes will say everything. What they carry must be opened alone. Inside, you will find a key. Cold. Heavy. Older than any structure you've touched. There will also be a note, written in symbols. You will recognize it even if you don't understand it. That is your spirit remembering. The key belongs to a door within you. One that was locked by fear and ritual. You will feel it begin to open. Behind that door is fire. Not to burn you, but to awaken you. It will cleanse everything false. The person you trusted most will be revealed in that fire. Not as protector. As captor. They wore your joy like armor. Took your blessings as their own. But the fire won't let them hide anymore. The courier brings not only a key, but a choice. Once opened, the illusion cannot return. You will see them as they are. There is something buried in your last name. A curse disguised as tradition. The letter will name it. You will tremble as you read. Your hands may shake. That's the chain snapping. The symbols in the letter will shift before your eyes. That is not a trick. That is revelation taking form. By midnight, the temperature will drop. The walls will creak. A door will open by itself. That's when you take the key and step forward. You don't need to know where it leads. The door already knows your steps. There will be resistance. Something will try to stop you. A voice will beg you not to continue. Ignore it. That voice isn't yours. It belongs to the one who profited from your silence. When the door swings open, you will see three things. A mirror. A broken mask. And a black feather. The mirror will show you as you truly are, undimmed, unbroken, divine. The mask was theirs, and the feather is Michael's mark. You will no longer need protection. You will be the storm. Your voice will shatter lies on contact. The ones who manipulated your path will fall silent. Their power depended on your blindness. Now your eyes are wide. You will speak words you didn't know you knew. Ancient language. Spiritual command. Fire in syllables. The house will shift with your voice. Foundations rattling. Pictures falling. False memories evaporating. You will weep. Not from pain, but from rebirth. Your bones will remember who you are. They tried to bury you in secrecy. But seeds grow best in dark soil. And now, you've broken the ground. The courier will vanish after the message is read. They will leave behind only the feather. That's all you'll need. You'll feel heat in your hands for days. It's not fever. It's power returning. Archangel Michael says, you have been reclaimed. Not rescued, restored. You are no longer who they shaped. Your walk will leave echoes. Your presence will cast truth like lightning. You are now what they feared. The skies above your house will shift color. That is not weather. That is recognition. The wind will say your name. The animals will grow silent. And spirits will kneel. This is your moment. This is your inheritance. This is your uprising. Let the betrayers watch. Let the liars tremble. Let the wicked scramble for cover. You are not their victim. You are their consequence. You are the prophecy they tried to rewrite. And now, nothing will stop what has begun. The courier has done their work. The heavens have spoken. The chains are broken. The mask has fallen. The truth has risen. And you, divine, unleashed, and unstoppable, are now the storm they cannot survive.